President Obama now calling for Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi to step down immediately, and the United Nations voting unanimously to slap him with sanctions. But how does all of this shape the future of Libya and the rest of the Mideast? Dr. Walid Phares is a terror analyst and Fox News contributor. He is also the author of The Coming Revolution. Good morning, Dr. Phares.
Good morning to you.
What will happen if Muammar Gaddafi stays in power a day longer or a week longer? What is the effect on the United States and the world?
Well, a lot of things, Victor. Number one, as we speak right now, there are two governments in Libya. The regime in the west, in Tripoli, that's Muammar Gaddafi, who's trying to arm his own partisans, who's trying probably to wage an offensive to take back, in his mind, Benghazi. And then you have the government in Benghazi, which is the demonstrators. The problem, if that situations continue, you're going to have, first of all, bloodshed between the two armed forces. It's going to be more difficult to dislodge Gaddafi. But as important for us in the United States is that the borders are open. And out of Algeria, Tunisia, the Sahel in the south, and even other spots, you may have Al-Qaeda and terrorist cells moving into Libya. This is an ideal time to do so.
If he leaves now and there is a vacuum of power, who will fill the vacuum of power in Libya?
It is going to be challenging because we don't have a one firm partner as in other situations where you have the opposition with the coalition of parties that would move in. What we have right now are bureaucrats who have been resigning, diplomats who have been resigning, youth movements inside Libya we don't have much information about, some exiles on the outside, and also the Islamist networks. So all that crowd is going to come together and try to form a government, and we will have to be talking to them.
As we leave this segment, Dr. Phares, can you briefly tell us whether or not you believe there would be a UN peacekeeping force in Libya that could, in fact, include American troops?
Well, one thing that many in the opposition inside Libya, especially the Islamist movement, are saying, we don't want foreign forces on Libyan soil. But at the same time, if the fight begins seriously between Muammar Gaddafi and his opponents, then the international community under Chapter 7 will have to do so. The minimum would be on the sea, on the shores, no-fly zone, and it's going to be a very difficult call to do the sending of multinational forces into Libya. Very difficult.
As we leave, Dr. Phares, as compared to Egypt, how much more should we be concerned about Libya's future?
Well, Egypt, we have a serious ally, a partner, the armed forces. We have serious secular forces, political forces inside Egypt. It looks like they're going to try to figure this out constitutionally. But Libya, it has a lot of oil, so a lot of appetite from the outside. Many members of Al-Qaeda split in the middle. It's much more dangerous than Egypt.
Dr. Walid Phares, we'll see you again soon. Thank you for your insight on this issue.
Thank you for having me.